Live.
Sleigh bells ring.
Aha, here we are.
I can't sing. Hello out there in Facebook land. We should have done this like a classic Christmas special, like, you know, like where people ring the doorbell, like Bing Crosby's having a party and David Bowie just happens to break down in front of his house and come in and sing Little Drummer Boy. I think it'd be funny.
I guess so.
I think it'd be funny. Had David or somebody, Bowie can't put it. Other people could.
It's a little inappropriate.
Sorry. I thought it'd be funny though if we had somebody just stop in. Oh, I broke down.
Yeah,
Let me come in and
exactly.
sing a song with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, all you.
Hello, everybody. Let's see.
I guess I should share.
Yeah. So, as usual, I'm going to ask you to share, especially because this is our last show of the year, and people need a little break in their holiday craziness. They can watch some of our craziness instead, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Okay, I have shared.
Okay. Yes, you need to share.
I shared.
There we go.
Last show of the year, you say?
Last show of the year, I say. Yes.
35 episodes.
I know.
We only skipped a couple. I think we only skipped one fully.
Yeah. Okay, so we may not have as many people on this week, but that's okay.
I don't know, the numbers are pretty good.
The replay will be up for...
And even if you watch it now, you can watch it again
You
later.
can watch it. You can watch it again later.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody who said hello.
Yes,
Thank you all for tuning in so far.
Share, please.
The show started on Jody's birthday. I was always wondering. I'd have to go back
Was
to see,
it?
but now we know when
Oh
it
my
is.
gosh,
Jody's
Jody,
birthday.
what a day.
We did that for your birthday. Happy
It was
birthday,
just for
Jody.
you, Jody. Okay, I'm going to put my phone here so I can try to watch. We are going to do our usual recap and talk about the year in review, but I thought it would be, I should have told you this before we went live, but I thought it would be a fun idea, like towards the end, if maybe you guys could, I'm going to watch comments if I can, tell us what your favorite Disney memories of the year, or maybe
At the end, though.
At the
Not
end.
now.
or have any questions for us, or maybe what your favorite part or favorite episodes of this show, maybe.
Or if you just want us to stop doing it in 2018.
Or if you just have the suggestion to just you guys need to hang it up. This isn't working. But actually, you know what? It's pretty awesome that you guys come back every week. So thank you.
You know what's awesome, though?
What's awesome?
Of all of our staff who tune in on a regular basis, and we appreciate every one of you, Suzanne is on a boat in the Caribbean and she's on.
Suzanne is on a cruise and she's still watching now.
She's
That is
still on.
dedication.
That is dedication.
Thank
right
you,
there.
Suzanne.
I will accept no excuses for people who can't watch from now on.
So you wouldn't want to hear your excuses
Look, she
anymore.
just posted a pirate flag. Arr.
because Suzanne is watching this crazy little show and she's on a cruise and could be doing other things.
Because when we're on a cruise, we're not going to
We're
be
not
watching.
watching.
We're not doing the show. We could.
She's more dedicated than we
She's
are.
more
I
dedicated
guess.
than we are, I guess. So, are we ready to get
We are ready
started?
to go. Let's go.
All right, hello and welcome to TMSM Weekly Live show number 35 for December 17th, 2018. I'm Scott Allen.
Michelle Atwood.
35 shows. So like Michelle stated, this is the last show for the year. Reason being, for Christmas, as most of you know, we head to Michigan to celebrate Christmas there. And then we will be back here for about a week. And then we're actually going on the Disney Magic. In January, Disney's sending us on another cruise. So because of the way everything falls in line, and with Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve both being on a Monday night, and then we're on the ship after that, we just decided that it'd probably be best to skip all. So our next show after tonight won't be until January 14th. So just like on television, when they say this is your last show,
Yeah, kind of
this
like
year,
how like real TV shows go on hiatus. We're kind of going on Christmas hiatus too, which is weird. But I mean,
we need a break too.
No, but we have work things to do as well. It's not all for funsies. So
That's
but
right,
yeah.
right. And Karen Vincent at Epcot. Karen's family is all in town. They were all representing.
Hi,
TMSM
Karen
button.
Vincent
I got a
at
picture. I gotta send you.
Epcot. Oh, you didn't send me the picture.
I'm sorry, it's been a long day.
Really?
Yes, I will get it over to you.
Yeah. So just for future knowledge, if you are in a park and you have your Main Street Mouse buttons on, or if you're wearing something from Lost Princess apparel while you're in the park,
or if you create a TMSM superhero costume and you're running around the park,
right?
like that, definitely send that picture.
Send it to us because we'll put you on our social media because we think it's pretty awesome that you do that. So thank you.
TMSM pride.
Woo.
We need a gang sign. We need a gang sign. You know how these do
no, we don't need a
gang.
gang. Just
I gotta
ignore
figure out
him.
how to do a TMSM.
Ignore
with my
him,
fingers.
please. Just
We need 4 people and everybody
No.
do it.
Absolutely not. Okay, anyway.
Where's Cory? Cory will do it.
Cory's not here yet. All right, so let's get to it, shall we?
We shall.
Go ahead.
We shall. So, this past week, it was kind of a slow week last week, coming off the meetup weekend and our company leaving and Michelle and I recovering.
Yeah, we were tired all week.
We were exhausted. And then we had a lot of Lost Princess apparel stuff we were getting done for the pre-sale, which we were waiting on things to arrive and things like that. So we've been working with that. But on Saturday, Disney had invited us out to the Candlelight Processional, hosted, narrated by Gary Sinise. And you might know Gary Sinise most famously for Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
From Forrest Gump.
Among other things.
But CSI New York, Apollo 13, is that what he was in? He's done a ton of stuff.
He was the bad guy in Ransom with Mel Gibson too. Do you remember that?
That's right, he was. So extensive career he has, and he came in to narrate the story. He was in the news a lot though before last week because he had flown in, I think it was 1,000 kids from Gold Star families.
Yeah, it was military families, children who lost a parent in the military.
Yeah, in the military. Yeah. And he flew all those families here to Florida to give those kids at Disney through his charity, his foundation. So it was all over the news. Gary Sinise brought all these children here, and the planes, they decked them out in holidays to get these kids and give them something to look forward to. And just the feeling in the crowd, you could just tell that this guy is loved. I mean, honestly, they love Gary Sinise. He hadn't done the Candlelight in a few years. So having him back, he was excited to be back. He teared up a few times.
He did.
During it.
He did.
But it was actually the first time Michelle and the boys had ever sat through the processional from beginning to end. Most of the time we stand in the back because we don't want to wait 2 hours.
Yeah, we usually stand in the back. We've never actually, I know it sounds really sad, we've never actually sat and watched it. But Disney was kind enough to give us really good seats. We were sitting like right next to the conductor.
Yeah, exactly.
So we
kind of just a little bit over from the conductor so we could see everything on stage clearly without somebody in our way.
Yeah, it was really cool. I was very, very impressed. That was really nice of them.
And that video is up on our YouTube channel, so if you would like to go see it, it's the full video. It's about 55 minutes long of the entire processional.
I don't think you published it though.
No, I
did you? Okay.
Yeah, I did it about an hour ago.
Oh.
So it is up. But you can see the whole event. But it was just it was a great night. It's great to hear the story, the music. Just
you know, they were saying during the Candlelight Processional that this was a tradition that Walt Disney started himself in the 60s.
60 years.
And
60 years it's been. This was the 60th anniversary of.
Okay, there you go. And it's to us, again, my opinion, to see something that Walt put together that meant something to him at Christmas time, to see it still being done and bigger and better all the time. It really is something that's truly magical. And another thing too was at the end, I put video up. You guys have probably already seen it, and I put a video again on YouTube. He asked for the house lights to go up at the end, and he was talking about the work that he does for military families and how that his foundation has become like his job now. I mean, I think he still does other things, but mostly
I think
it's
he
charity.
travels. Yeah, he travels going to meet the troops. He travels all over the U.S. to go meet the troops and see them and just thank them for their service. They're thankless. I mean, they're not thanked enough for what they do.
So he had said something about that, and it was amazing because everybody in the audience got up and gave him a standing ovation, and you could tell he got teary-eyed and really humbled and thanked the crowd for that. But then when they sat down, he said, but actually the people who deserve the standing ovation are people who've served our country. So he had asked for anybody, current or former military, to stand up.
And first responders.
First responders, asked them to stand up so that they could get a round of applause too. It was honestly really wonderful to see. To see that kind of like thankfulness and the giving back, and and not for any gain at all. It was just to say thank you. It was just to show that there are caring people left in the world. And I really think when I put out the video and stuff, a repeated comment from our readers was, the world needs more people like Gary Sinise. Because just for someone to give selflessly to people who really need it. And his whole thing was that he wants these families to know that they're not forgotten about.
Right.
They're not alone, and people do care. And sending all these kids to Disney World was probably a huge blessing for these families who, under normal circumstances, would have a really hard time. And at Christmas, honestly, let's talk real for a second. Christmas is hard for a lot of people. The holidays are hard. Yes, there's a lot of good things, but then you remember, you deal with the bad things that you deal with, whether it's loss or, things that happen throughout the year. It's not always easy.
No.
But the fact that this man is trying to take a little bit of burden off these families and give them some happiness, even if it's just a few days. I mean, the world needs more of that. They really do.
I agree. And if you do watch our video, I did put the link there to go to Gary's Foundation's website where you can read more about it if you feel to donate to that to help out. Or if you want to get involved even, or if you want to reach out to somebody. So it's the GarySiniseFoundation.org where you can reach out to that. But it was, I know everybody a few weeks ago made a big deal that in Disneyland, Chris Pratt went off script.
He did.
And did what he wanted to do. And he wanted to say things the way he wanted to say it. And Gary, I think, also went off script because when I saw Alfonso Ribeiro a few weeks ago, it was, Alfonso, thank you for letting me be here. Thank you for doing this, and he was gone. But Gary took the time to thank the people that he wanted to thank. He wanted to thank the veterans. He wanted to thank the families who were there, who have gone through the most. I can't even imagine the loss they've gone through, losing somebody that way.
No.
Especially as a child to lose a parent that way. But just to let them know that somebody still cares, I thought that was so awesome that he did that.
It is, and it really puts things into perspective on how lucky that that most of us are. So yeah, if you can, I think acts of kindness need to be done all year round, not just Christmas time. But I think that he's a good reminder of what things could be if people just give a little bit of themselves. So all in all, Gary Sinise is an awesome person. The Candlelight Processional is absolutely beautiful. I found myself tearing up at times.
The music is just phenomenal. The singers.
It was funny because I was sitting between the boys, and I had Aiden on this side, and he kept doing this, looking the other way. I'm like, what are you doing? He was watching the sign language lady do the music. She was so good.
I admit it, because when I saw it a few weeks ago, I was watching her too, because it's always so cool to see them tell the story through their hands.
She had on this velvet dress, and I'm like, Aiden, you're supposed to be, watching this way. He's like, but she's so good. I mean, they do a good job overall, and I think the Candlelight Processional is beautiful. And again, it's on our YouTube channel if you would like to see it.
But the choir was great, the orchestra fantastic, the conductor was really
so good.
Really good.
So good.
It was a great night overall. So if you haven't taken the time to see the processional, please take a minute. If you're in the time,
or if you can't get there, you can watch it.
Watch it on our YouTube channel. But if you happen to be at Epcot while it's going on, stop in and
take
see
a minute
it.
And watch it.
It's really worth it. I know. I said to Michelle as we were walking, I said, "Would you wait in line now for it?" She said, "Yeah, she would."
Yeah, it's good. So, and we actually park hopped, by the way. We don't park hop.
Never.
Because we are locals and we're spoiled locals, and we just go to like one park at a time. We actually went to meet our friends Joe and Chrissy. Joe Diebold and his family.
Joe's the site photographer.
Joe is our photographer. Major Mouse, Moments of the Magic. He was still in town from the meetup. So we went to meet up with Joe and Chrissy and their baby Victoria. And
which this was her first trip to Disney World.
Her first trip to Disney World. And by the way, she's absolutely precious. And
she did great. I mean, she was hanging
He kept
there.
saying, she's such a good baby.
She was so good. She hung in there more than the boys did.
no complaining.
The boys were ready to go, and his little
was-
baby's like, "Get me on another ride."
I
Let's
know,
go."
she was more awake than the boys were. We went to spend a little time with them. We had lunch at Cosmic Rays, and we spent a little time, and then we took the monorail over to Epcot because we had the tickets for the Candlelight Processional. And then we had to, after the Candlelight Processional, we took the monorail back over to the Magic Kingdom.
Which just happened to be, we arrived about the same time people were leaving after Happily Ever After.
The park was packed, absolutely packed on Saturday. I think Chrissy said she overheard someone say that the park was at 85,000 people in the park.
Did you see Shane said he's having video issues and didn't know, so he said he was going to miss his episode.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shane.
I'm
You'll have
surprised
to watch
if you refresh it, why it wouldn't
watch
stop.
the repost.
Maybe a connection issue,
Sorry.
I'm sure.
So yeah, they said that the park was at 85,000.
Yes.
So when we were leaving the park, they were actually we're going to the park as people were leaving after Happily Ever After, and there was still
I know we thought, oh, well, the
lot
park's
of
going to be
people.
empty. No, it was still 35 minutes to get on Mansion after the fireworks.
Yeah, 35 minutes to get on a Haunted Mansion
An
at 10
hour
o'clock
after
is
that, yeah.
usually not like that.
No, not on a Saturday night after fireworks.
After fireworks.
Yeah.
Before fireworks is one thing. So then we went to we had a fast pass for Haunted Mansion.
We did.
So we didn't have to wait 35 minutes because we had
That's our
fast
favorite
pass.
ride. We have to always,
do
even
it.
if we don't get any other fast pass, we always try to do that one.
Right. And then we went and met up with Joe and Chrissy again. And then I did, if you caught the live feeds that I did on Saturday night, when we came back to Magic Kingdom. So I have this little hang up about myself.
Terry's
that-
logging off. She just said happy holidays. So happy holidays. to
Happy
you.
holidays, Terry. I have a thing about the castle when it's lit up. I love it. I mean, like, I love the castle anyway. I think of all the things at Disney World, it is my most photographed thing.
And this being our 5th Christmas here, for Christmas time, I think she probably has the castle photographed in every angle at Christmas time to where she can make a 360 panoramic shot of it.
Oops, sorry.
20,000 of her photos are of the castle lit up at the holidays.
Yeah, so I wanted to go. Here's the thing. Okay, so I'm very sentimental, as you know. Hi, Paula.
Hi, Paula.
I'm very sentimental, as you know, and I'm a Disney crier, and I'm just like, Disney is in my soul, as most of you know. So when we were walking up to the castle, I said out loud, I think I said it to Joe, but I said it to you too, that the castle at Christmas time is so beautiful. And the pictures don't do it justice.
No.
And that everybody should see this at some point. And I truly believe that because we didn't go at Christmas time until we moved here.
No, never.
So, I was standing in front of the castle, like Joe decided that he's gonna try to get pictures, and the park was starting to empty out a little bit. So we were actually sitting on the ground in front of the castle, and I decided I'm gonna go do a live feed. And I just kind of zoomed in on the lights and everything that they have up front, because going with that same theory that everybody should see this, up until a couple years ago, we didn't. So I wanted to be able to share that with our viewers, our readers, our Main Streeters, because for those that couldn't be here to see it for themselves, I wanted to be able to throw that little bit of magic at you, because I really think it's beautiful. I mean, it is just...
How do you really feel?
It is so...
If you didn't hear, Michelle thinks the castle is beautifully lit up.
It is. And I remember, if you guys have read my blogs for my sappy blogs over the past however many years, I remember writing an article about, this is before we moved here, about looking at things at Disney World and trying to like burn that memory in your brain because you don't want to forget how wonderful it is. I know that when the boys were little, I would take it all in, like when we take them to Disney, to see their reactions on their faces for the characters, the fireworks, the parades, and I would always just look at them because I'm sappy and sentimental, and be like, I just want to remember this.
And now they just like, yeah, whatever. It's like, it's got lights. We got lights on our house. What's the big deal? So it's a lot different with them.
You're killing my mood. No, but I'm sure somebody out there can agree with me that when you're at Disney and you see things that mean something important to you, that you want to remember. Mm-hmm. Like I know that there's people that are with me because I didn't tell you this either. When we were walking out of the Magic Kingdom Saturday night, I saw people doing what I still do. And even though I know I'm 15 minutes away and I can go back, I still do it. They were kept looking back at the castle all lit up. Like they just want to look one more time.
We kept doing that at Disneyland because we didn't want to be back.
I saw so many people look back at that castle as they were walking out, and they could even like walk so many feet and turn around. And you could just see them looking.
And what's funny is that they light it, they turn it off and turn it back on throughout the night. So
yeah.
If you look out, you look back one that's lit up, you turn around again, it's lit it off. It'd be like, oh man.
They shut it off to do like the kiss goodnight and all that stuff. But
the little.
See, Courtney Popper agrees with me. Yes, when you can have the opportunity to see Disney through your kids' eyes, it's an absolute.
And I think through anybody's eyes the first time. I mean, honestly, I remember the look on her mom and dad's faces because they had seen Disney years ago, but to see what it is now, the castle lighting up now is completely different than it was 20-some years ago. So for them to actually see that and the look on their face, and then know that they become that child again.
You do, and then I'm like an advocate. One would think that like Disney gives me money on the side because I'm always like, you gotta go see this, you gotta go see that. I don't. Oh. But like my whole life it was like, oh, you have to see this at Disney. You have to do this. It was like a goal of mine when we moved down here to get the people I care about in the Magic Kingdom because I wanted them to feel even just an ounce of joy that Disney brings me. Mm-hmm. Paula and Michelle, the first year that they had come down here, my friend Michelle had never been to Disney. So, and Paula and we took a trip to Disney in 2000. So it was a long time ago. So it was like I have to take them here. With my parents, I have to take them here.
Well, no, that first year, Michelle, the other Michelle, we went to Epcot. That was the meetup that year. Epcot meetup. So she didn't see the Magic Kingdom until we actually went to the Halloween party with them the next day. Mm-hmm. And we got there early enough for her to walk around, and just so she looked up Main Street and saw it. And I mean, tears, of course, started flowing.
Well, yeah.
I was videotaping it, walking backwards.
Paula, what a memorable trip that was. Okay, we did have fun at times, but when you got to come back with me again, it's been good every time. I mean, it's something that it does my heart good.
We're pretty good tour guides too.
Okay, and Paula said you're right. The view of the castle, yes, the view of the castle. You just want to get it stuck in your head so that you don't forget. Because I really think that of all the negative, crappy things in the world, I think
there's a lot. Disney,
just like we were talking about with Gary Sinise, there's if you can find something that brings you joy and happiness, you just want to cling to that.
Right.
And I think, I know some people think that I'm a little wacky because I like eat, sleep, breathe Disney, but
I eat, sleep, breathe Marvel.
But it makes me happy. It makes me happy to make other people happy, to share that magic with them. And I think that the world needs more of that as well.
Yeah, because the world has taken a turn that it's just not. I don't know. It seems like happiness is kind of
happiness is not as easy to find, and there's so many things to
and somebody's always complaining
about
something or offended by something.
Yeah,
they're offended. I'm offended about my offense. That's my new one.
I think that again, so a lot. If you don't know by now, which most of you probably do, the reason that I do what I do and I'm so passionate about it is because it's super important to me to be able to share that Disney magic with you even when you can't get here. So that's why I do what I do.
We want to be the window to the magic for you no matter where you're at in the world.
Yes. Like, if you can't get here, we're going to bring Disney to you.
You just got to open up the shade. You'll see it.
Darn it. That's what we do. That's what we do. So.
Well, we try to.
And we've been blessed enough to where Disney in the past couple of years has helped us to be able to do that more.
Even more so in the last year, which we'll talk about more.
Yeah, so basically, so that was our weekend. We got to go do the little park hop. And this is going to be our last time getting to see the Christmas stuff at Disney before the holidays because, like I said, we're going to be traveling and such. So
we're hoping to get back before they take it. I mean, before we get on the boat, we're hoping to get back and do a little bit more Disney time before we get out of here for the cruise. But we're really excited about that. I mean, there's so much to look forward to with the cruise too.
There is.
We were on the last year when we did our first cruise, it was on the Dream. So this year we're on the Magic. So we haven't been on this ship yet. Michelle is very excited because there's Tangled. The Tangled restaurant is on the ship. There's the Tangled show.
Okay, also. So y'all know that when I go on the Tangled, look at this. When I see the lanterns floating in the Tangled dining room.
You want to talk about tears?
It's gonna be some ugly crying.
We saw the Golden Mickeys last year, and there's this Tangled scene, and she was teared up during that, so I can imagine.
Wait. No, I've seen pictures, but I don't want to see too many pictures of the Tangled dining room on the Magic because I don't want to spoil it for myself. But I've seen things they have like this. Look, I'm getting excited already.
I think she needs a Tangled dress. She needs Rapunzel's dress.
The Tangled sun. They have it like on the napkin rings. They have it like
you're gonna steal them.
I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna be like, but I need some of this. I'm like, I'll pay you for it. I need a napkin ring or I need a fork or something that has like the Tangled sun on it. I just don't.
A fork.
I really think that I'm gonna lose it. I'm already losing. Oh my gosh.
They've already sent me a bill for the fork you stole.
I didn't steal anything, but I know, I know that I'm gonna come unglued when I go into that Tangled room. Just saying.
I'm excited about Marvel Day at Sea. To me, that's the greatest thing on Earth. So she's excited about Tangled. This is actually the perfect ship for us.
Yes.
It really is.
It really is, if you think about it. Now, we didn't plan this. Disney invited us, so
it's actually the ship we had talked about that when we could afford to take a cruise.
Again, we wanted to do Marvel Day at Sea, so he could have Marvel. I could have Tangled.
And the Marvel Day at Sea is very limited. There's only a few times a season that they even do that cruise. So I'm so excited that I get to see all the Marvel. And Loki's one of them. They do have one bad guy on the cruise, and it's Loki.
Oh my gosh, it's like this ship was created just for me.
If Rapunzel and Loki come skipping down to see her, she's gonna be gushing. I'm gonna see if I can I'm gonna get a picture of you with both of them, and I'm gonna Photoshop it all together.
No, seriously, I just didn't even realize that. Look, I'm all excited. I don't feel good today, you guys. I'm coming down with something.
And we gotta travel.
But you talk about Tangled, and you talk about Loki, and look at all my sickness just goes away.
If Jack was sitting here, she'd be all over.
Where's my dog?
He's over there.
But yeah, so that'll be exciting, and I'm gonna try. They do give us like, oh, look, where's my dog? He's right here. He got a new Haunted Mansion collar, by the way, even though you can't see it. I'm super excited about that. So Disney gives us what do you call that? Hi.
Gives us what?
The package so that you can get some internet?
Yeah, we will have Wi-Fi access while we're on the ship to report what we see and do. So hopefully we'll be able to do some live feeds for you guys. They give us one package and then we'll purchase another one so we both have access.
Because I want to do live feeds. I feel like when we did our media cruise last January, like I always have afterthoughts about what I wish I would have done.
No, I don't know. It would depend on the signal strength. I mean, Suzanne's on now, so her signal must be decent. I'm just wondering if we could hop on Monday night just for even 10, 15 minutes.
Monday night, maybe.
On that Monday. So maybe. Michelle will post if we think we do. It just depends on what we have going on.
Michelle Perkins said that she would take the dog for the cruise. Will you really, Michelle?
Awesome.
Please let me know, and then I will bring Fatty Boy to you. Or you can
Not
go
me,
get him the dog. Because usually...
I'm Fat Boy, he's Fatty Boy. There's a difference.
My little fat boy.
He's looking
like who you call him fat. Okay, so...
That's awesome. She'll take care of it.
So as we just said, that we did the cruise last year.
So if anybody wants to visit Jack while we're gone,
Michelle Perkins' house.
You can go over there and visit, bring snacks.
Maybe she can set up times for a Jack meet and greet. Because
Zip his paw and ink in him and leave a little paw print on everything.
What did Suzanne say last week? She goes, people love that dog.
She wants us to write a book. No, she said we need to write a book about Jack. Jack's adventures at Disney.
He's sitting right here because we're talking about him. If he wasn't so fat, you could pick him up.
Yeah, I don't know.
So anyway, let's talk about the year in review, shall we?
So it was a exciting year, I guess I'll say it that way. 2017 was great. A lot of stuff happened to us in 2017. We finally broke that line and got on Disney's list, and they were inviting us to everything.
Yeah.
But 18 just really, 17 ended on a rough note for us.
Mm-hmm.
But 18 started out with us actually going on the Disney Dream, which was my first cruise ever. Never
And I hadn't been on a cruise in 20
She hadn't been on
years.
a Disney cruise ever, so it was just awesome to experience that the first time on Disney. For me, I really loved the cruise. I thought it was great. Just make sure you take Dramamine, because I wasn't ready for that part. But
I told him he had to take motion pills. That
they usually don't work for me, but it did work on the ship. So.
when that first night of the cruise, we were waiting to see the first show, and you're sitting in the dining room, and you could see the Heidi Green says, "Pick up the dog to say hi." Okay, before we go, if we can get him.
Check me.
The curtain on the stage was swaying back and forth, and he noticed it, and he's like,
Oh no.
"Uh-oh." I'm like, "I told
that's
you."
not a fan.
I'm like, "I told you to take Dramamine." So it's
But I made it through, and then I took some afterwards. I was okay.
Yeah, and see, last time they had us for 3 days. This is going to be a 5-day, so I think that we're going to be able to get a lot more coverage. So
I think so, and hopefully we'll have a little bit better weather when we go to Castaway Key, because it was cold when we were there.
it was cold. They last January when we were on our cruise, they had hit a cold spurt. They kind of called it. So we really did not get to enjoy the water. Oh, okay. So all your fans can see you here.
There, now they can all see you.
This is Jack. If you haven't seen him before, he makes
He's
all the
waving.
loud
we're
noises
like,
and the snorts.
Are you still running on?
No, I got him.
Okay, mine's just, I'm gonna refresh my screen.
Yeah.
Jack can
So
wave.
this
There
is
he is,
Jack.
he just came up on your screen.
Jack has his Haunted Mansion collar.
Hey, hello.
Jack, for those who asked me before, he is a mini bulldog, half English bulldog, half French dog,
And half
French
fat.
bulldog, and all cute and fat. So there you go.
And he usually snorts.
And usually he snorts. Okay, so that's Jack.
So say goodbye to your fans.
Okay,
Oops,
say
say
goodbye
goodbye.
to your fans.
Okay.
Okay, go. Anyway.
I gotta get the fur
I
coat
know.
off. Okay,
So,
back to the show.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, hijack.
Hi, Jack.
He
I know.
hijacked the show.
Ah, boom. Yeah, Suzanne's like, the dog needs a fan page. That's so funny.
Jack the bulldog.
Jack the bulldog. Okay, so
Sad thing is, he could probably get more followers than we have.
He probably could.
On Instagram, we should do it on
I
Instagram.
know, right? I mean, that Doug the Pug thing is a sensation,
We got
so why not?
Jack.
And Doug the Pug is adorable.
Jack Fatback.
Yeah, I know. We could come up with something.
Okay.
Look at everybody's going nuts about
I
the
know.
dog.
We can leave and just put Jack here for
I'm
now.
just, you know what? We're just gonna put Jack on the counter when we come back, and you guys can watch him like eat snacks and play with his toys.
We'll give him a whole
If you-
pile of snacks. He'll just lay there. He'll eventually snore. It'll be like the Truman Show. People just watching to see what he does.
And no, he's really sweet. Okay, so yeah, Billy J. Boatman said a Jack shirt, and Paula, Jack does need a fan page. See, it's just getting out of control, isn't it? But thank you, I appreciate
Jack's gonna be
it.
replacing me in 2019. I'll be sitting here. Michelle will be taking care of the rest.
we'll put the dog in his spot.
He will become her Ed McMahon.
Okay, anyway, let's get back to Disney and stop talking about the dog. All right.
Okay, so January we covered. January was the cruise, our first cruise ever. It was a lot of fun, exciting.
A couple weeks later, we got to go back on the Fantasy, but it didn't leave port. It was getting ready to leave port.
Right, but we got for Star Wars Day at Sea.
Star
They wanted
Wars
us to
Day at
see
Sea.
what that
Yeah.
was like. So they didn't send us on that ship yet. But we got to experience what Star Wars Day at Sea is. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, so we got to see what they offer.
Not
for
the biggest Star Wars
Day at
fan,
Sea.
but it was
He
okay.
used to be. He's boycotting
I'm
now.
done.
So what else? And then we finally got to stay at a deluxe resort. We stayed at the Grand Floridian for my birthday.
right.
So that was really fun. The only downside of that is the Magic Kingdom was shut down for a private party that night. So we got to stay at the Grand Floridian, but we didn't get to go to the Magic Kingdom.
We did get to watch fireworks though from the
Poly Beach. Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
So I mean, you know, I'm I can't read comments because they're making me laugh about the dog.
So we went to dinner at 1900 Park Fair.
We did go to dinner. If you haven't had dinner at 1900 Park Fair at the Grand Floridian, you really should. It is
one of our favorites.
Not only is the food really good, but the Cinderella and the stepsisters and Lady Tremaine, they are fantastic.
Oh, the stepsisters are just a hoot.
They will harass your children at the table in a good way. And
the boys get nervous, I think.
The boys get nervous because they see the girls come around the table and the girls are gonna like fight over them, which they secretly like, you know it. But they really do a good job at the Grand Floridian, and the food is really good, really good.
It is. It's one of my. So we went to the first night we were there, we went there for dinner, and then the next morning we got up and we went over to Trails End for breakfast.
Yes, if you haven't been to Trails End at breakfast, that's another thing that you should do because their French toast bread pudding is out of this world.
So good. So
good.
And a lot of people don't even know Trails End exists. That's what I find more and more people who've never been there or
it's
never
the
heard of it. It's a hidden
Disney,
gem. It's at the campground. You got to take buses or a boat to get to it. But it is so worth it, and it's probably the most affordable.
It is affordable. I mean, as far as Disney food goes, it's pretty affordable.
And I think it's good. I mean, everything on there, it's home style cooking. If you like starches, carbs, and meat, it's your kind of buffet. Honestly.
I prefer side dishes to meat. But they have like macaroni and cheese. They have mashed potatoes at dinner. The dessert bar is really good, and I really like them.
The dessert bar is really good.
Like them for breakfast. Again, that French toast bread pudding is outstanding, and they should
have that at dinner.
They should, because it tastes more like dessert than a breakfast food.
We need to make a suggestion.
They have a suggestion box.
If anybody in Disney Culinary is watching this, just think about it.
Just think about it, because it's good. It's really good.
And you should have us come and sample it once you put it there.
Really? Okay, so, we have been lucky enough to be able to cover a plethora of media events through Disney.
I never realized how busy media for Disney was until this last year.
Yeah, they really kept us busy this year. The social influencer department at Disney, they really have kept people involved. They know that partnering with different sites gets the word out for Disney in events and different opportunities and attractions.
It is, and it's great because we see each other at all the events. It's just funny. All the site owners are there, or the people that work for the site owners, and we're all there, and we just kind of walk around together. And
it's really cool because some of the people that run sites similar to ours have actually become friends, and it doesn't make it a competition. I mean, years ago, Disney sites would compete with each other and try to tear each other down, and we never did because we don't do that. But, we were the target for a long time, and, you kind of rise above it.
I think that's why we stayed, because we didn't give up. We didn't just walk away, that they just got tired of trying with us.
Yeah, just come on, bring it, because we're not going anywhere. So, but I will say...
We've got friends in the...
I will say that Disney has kept us very busy this year. They have been really good to us, and we've got to see a lot of things. And I think one of my favorite moments was getting to do the Media Blitz weekend for Toy Story Land. I had...
well, you had gotten to see it, was it 2 or 3 times?
I forgot about that. So in the spring, I got to go... quite a few times to see it.
Just like a little preview. She couldn't walk through the land. It was just like, okay, you can stand here and you can look.
Yeah, it was basically like, you guys, here's what's coming. Stand behind this construction area.
Because we don't want you to see any more than what you can.
No. It was more like they didn't want us to get hurt because there was construction going on. So I got to see the progress of Toy Story Land as it was coming together.
And it was 3 months in a row, wasn't it?
Yes, but they did that on purpose because they wanted us to see the progression of how much got done month by month. And then when at the end of June, when they had one full-on media day. So I was at the park for 12 hours, 14 hours?
14 hours, I want to say.
She was exhausted. It was a long day.
She was exhausted.
But to be able to be there with like the national media, international media, the the big TV stations, and then there's little old me walking around.
She was so excited because they had a Disney cast member who actually was her. They call it a handler, but I don't like
my person.
Her just to make sure she was where she needed to be when she needed to be. He had a sign for her,
like at the airport.
Main Street Mouse.
Yeah.
So she was so excited for all that, and it was just she had fun that weekend, even though she was exhausted. By the time I went and picked her up, she had fun, and it was a good experience. And she, coverage-wise, you guys know by now, she does that well. So there's no...
Thanks.
Well, I mean, she's done that. We'll get as we go further down the list, but you'll see that other months when she's done these things on her own. And if you would have told her 5 years ago she would be doing these things on her own, there was not a chance on her. If you would have told her she was going to do this show 5 years ago, that would have never happened.
No. I am living proof of overcoming your fears and just kind of like holding your breath and jumping in. Even when you don't want to.
And I know you skipped ahead to June about Toy Story, but you forgot in April we started this little show here.
We did. In April we started this crazy little show. And here we are at the end of the year and we still have people that watch it. And even though like the live, if we get up and down like as far as, you know, viewers on the live feed, but afterwards, by the end of the week, till when we flip it, there's thousands that see this show.
Oh yeah.
And it's pretty awesome that you guys keep coming back and we appreciate it.
I think we'd be a lot nervous if there was thousands watching us live.
Yeah, see, the fact that we put the, we put it on replay so people can watch at their leisure, so we know that not everybody's watching at one time.
No, the show was something I had pushed her to do for years. Never imagined pushing myself to do it with her. I don't know how that kind of worked out.
Because I'm not doing this by myself.
She would do it herself. But we've had some great co-hosts.
Mm-hmm.
Panda was on the show.
Panda, we had two
Erica
staffers,
and Suzanne both. And then a couple weeks ago, Mark Daniel sat right
Mark
here.
Daniel was in our house.
And we're actually working on some great guests for 2019 already. So we'll see what happens in 2019, but we've already got some ideas of some people we do know that we're going to try to get right here to host it with Michelle. So that's something to look forward to in the future, because the show is gaining steam and these other people are starting to take notice of it, and they're like, oh, I want to be on the show because of this reason.
Yeah, so it's been really, really great. And then while we're gone, when we're gone on our vacation, I will post some replays of the shows for the year.
So we're gonna have to go back and play the first
So we're gonna be like if you guys are watching Blue Bloods and there's reruns for the holidays. Maybe Blue Bloods wasn't the best.
What we're gonna do is we're just gonna play it over and over like a Christmas story on Christmas Day.
Well, yeah, why did I say Blue Bloods? I must be thinking about New Kids on the Block or something, Donnie Wahlberg.
Because she's going to see them in concert.
So I'm going to see New Kids next summer.
With naughty by nature.
Not even.
That show's gonna be fun. But anyway,
even embarrassed to say that I'm going to see New Kids on the Block again for like the 17th time.
And we also, Michelle was talking about Toy Story in June, but we also covered conventions in May. We did MegaCon in Orlando.
We were at MegaCon. We did Magic City Con,
which is one of our favorites, and we'll be there again this year. Jamie's having us there.
Yes. What else did we do?
There. Eventually, we ended up covering Tampa Bay MegaCon.
Tampa Bay.
We went to Spooky Empire.
We covered Spooky Empire. Jeez, we've been busy.
We did another one too somewhere, and I can't think of what it was. I know we've done quite a few of them though. We've really gotten the TMSM brand out there, and people have started to invite us to things, which is phenomenal that they even acknowledge that we're big enough they want us to come to these things.
Right. And then I did my first public speaking event at UCF.
At UCF, she got to speak to the Disney group that's there, which it's a hospitality school, and a lot of these, I hate to use the word kids, but it's because they're younger than us, but these kids want to go into the hospitality industry at Disney. So there's a club of Disney hopefuls in there that meet every week or every other week to talk about things, and they actually invited Michelle to come be a guest. So Erica had set that up so Michelle could go there and talk to this group, and it was fun. It was really fun to watch. These kids were just they're just sitting there watching, what is she going to say? They were just so excited to have her there. It was really fun.
I'm like, why? Was my story that interesting? But I guess...
They loved it.
I guess, you know what? Now that I think about it, I guess it is an interesting story.
It is, especially if you want to be in an
story. Because when I wrote my first book, it was all about how I got from point A to B, but it really wasn't A to B. There was all kinds of crap in the middle. But, it's like... What?
All the crap.
Well, you know what I mean. It's a lot. it takes a lot of work and a lot of self-work to force yourself to do things for the greater good of your whatever.
In case you missed that, her first book, because the other one just came out.
Oh, that one's...
Which we'll talk about that in
a
December.
minute. But, you know, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, I hear feedback from you all that, oh, you're so brave, or, oh, you know, you did this, I never could.
She was the person before, though, that never would.
I don't consider myself brave. I consider myself...
pushed.
You know, you never know what you can accomplish until you give it a try.
Right.
And it's not easy. It's not. And I still get scared about things. But it took me a long time to get to the point where it's like, you know what? I don't like to use the word deserve, but I'm going to say, you know what? I fought to be here. People tried to get me away from here, you know, tried to make me move back to Michigan, tried to make me quit the Main Street Mouse.
And that was after she had already taken the step. And I think that's the thing that people people are so afraid of failure.
Yeah, I think so.
That they won't try to achieve success because they're afraid of failure.
Yeah.
And you can ask her, I told her time and time again, I said, Walt failed more times before he
Walt
finally
Disney
succeeded.
didn't hit it right out of the park either his first try.
Walt was bankrupt. His companies were bankrupt. It was not working, but he never gave up. And that's what I kept telling Michelle. I said, we try something. If it fails, we try again. But we learned something else to make it better the next time. And that's what I kept pushing her with. And eventually she just said, fine, let's do it.
But I always had a security net somewhere. Maybe not physically, but I would tell myself, okay, so if this doesn't work out, then I can always fall back on this. Or like when we moved here, okay, if it doesn't work out, I know that there are people in Michigan who love me and will be welcome me back home with open arms, and it will be okay.
And in the back of my head, I'm like, how could we move back to Michigan after living here?
Right. I mean, you know, my mom and dad, they don't care, you know, like where, you know, if we lost all of us and had to go home, they would be there. My best friends that live in Michigan don't waver with that. No. You know, they're like family to me.
Well, we also know that if we ever go back home, we knew TMSM would be over.
Right.
Because we couldn't do what we do now from Michigan.
You have to decide what is worse. You know, taking a risk and failing, or not taking a risk and wondering what if. That's deep. That's a good one. I should write that down.
Well, no, that's what we both have said it many times. It's like, why? And I get it. People don't want to fail because they want people to make fun of them. They don't want people to say, oh, you screwed up. They don't want people to say, I told you so.
Well,
and I get that.
In this day of social media, though, it is so darn easy for people to make fun of other people. You got the keyboard commandos that are going to say nasty things about you that don't even know you. No. But, you know, trolling is a thing.
And they don't care about you personally. They don't even care what you're saying. They just want to get you off your game.
Yeah. So, it's not easy.
But she's done it. She keeps it. And every time she says, oh, it's not going to work, I push her and it works. Because Michelle is it's not going to do that. Nobody cares. And I push her a little bit more and I say, just try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So she tries and she's like, okay, you were right. That's the greatest feeling on earth.
I don't necessarily like saying that he's right.
Never.
But I guess the moral of my story is, if something scares you to try it, it means you really should try it. I mean, if it's legal, don't get me. I don't mean like go rob a bank because you feel like you should. I think that you know, there's you can. If I can, you can.
You can. You put a plan in place and you research as much as you can and you do what you think is the best. And the thing for us is we prayed all the way. We just kept praying that everything would work out the way we wanted to. We had a pretty good support system with Michelle's parents and Michelle and Paula pushing us that you guys can do this. And it was very hard. It was hard to just leave where we had been for 30 plus years of our lives.
Your comfort zone is comfortable.
Yeah.
And leaving it is scary. But I really do think that sometimes you have to. And I'm glad that we did. I'm glad that we stuck it out. And it's because of you guys. I mean, I don't ever like to let people down. And I don't want to ever feel like I failed somebody or that you're disappointed in me or that I could have done more. So a lot of times, you know, you guys give me that extra push, and I thank you for that. And I have to say, one of my very first friends in this world, Nikki, who I met when I was 5, I want to say, was on this broadcast, and she said that she's proud of me, and thank you for that. And I think it's really cool that after so many years that we still can talk. We just got to get you and your family down here and go to Disney.
But did you see what my great friend Cory,
I saw it.
My brother from another
No, Cory.
father and mother, said men are
Men are always right. Cory Tucker,
thanks,
seriously. The famous Cory Tucker of the TMSM Meetup Scavenger Hunt.
C-Tuck.
Yeah, the OG. He said next year his shirt needs to say OG.
It is going to be TMSM OG.
But yeah, with a lot of support, a lot of prayers, a lot of, you know, taking a blind leap of faith. That's how we're here. And I'm really hoping, you know, this year has been really good for us in a lot of ways. But
we got our house.
We got a house. We moved. You know, a lot of good things. We got to do the Christmas party. We got to do the Halloween party. We had a meetup, you know, a little over a week ago that we still have so many people come out to. So
you got to go to Destination D and meet.
Bob Chapek. I know, right? So yeah, it's all good. But I want you to know that these things that happen for the Main Street Mouse just push me to try to do more and do better. So if you guys had a good time with us in 2018, that, you know, hold on to your seat, because I really think that with my staff and, you know, this guy right here, we're gonna come up with more great
If you ask her,
ideas.
I am always working in my head, what can we do next?
Always.
And I'm always trying to stay ahead of the game. I watch what the other people are doing. I'm like, how can I do this better? Or how can I do something that nobody else is doing? And knock on wood, we've done a lot that nobody else did until after we did it.
Right.
Or they tried it. I mean, we even had Disney use our ideas for some of their blogs and stuff
Right.
at times. So it's like, it's flattering when that stuff happens, but I've got a lot of stuff going here in the wheelhouse. That's why I don't sleep. Of ideas we can do and things for 2019 to hopefully grow. 2019 is going to be an amazing year. We have 2 cruises. We have the one January. We have the fan cruise in September.
TMSM fan cruise in September.
We're going to D23 in August. Disneyland again. We get to see it.
It's going to be a busy year.
It's going to be a busy, awesome year, I think. And we're going to try to do a
Knock
meetup
on
in
wood.
Disneyland when we're there. Because everyone keeps asking us, will you guys do a meetup in Disneyland? We do a meetup. So I think we're going to have to schedule that while we're there.
And then we know, I've like I said before, I've listened to you and your suggestions about mini meetups. I've already talked to a few members of my staff about mini meetups. So after the first of the year, we will try to schedule something for maybe March-ish and do a mini meet, whether it's at Disney Springs or someplace to meet and watch fireworks, or we'll figure it out. So just please know that
Cory will be here the first weekend of March. I know that.
oh, maybe we should do it then. We'll figure it out. But
But no,
please
we're
know
going
that I
this
do value your suggestions, and I want you to keep them coming, because you guys are the reason that we do what we do, and I want to keep you happy and give you as much great content as we can. So please keep those suggestions coming. I promise you I'm paying attention. When I do pay attention.
I promise you, she pays attention.
I promise you.
No,
I am.
I mean, but looking back over the years, I mean, this last year was great, but you guys are what keeps us going. I mean, honestly, every year what we do is just to see what more we can do to give you guys to watch what we do. And if Disney didn't invite us to media events, if we weren't on these lists, we would still cover these things. So we did it before.
We would be covering regardless. And
we did it for 3 years almost down here. Before we were on Disney's list, we covered everything we could.
yeah, we ran the Main Street Mouse for 4 years from Michigan.
Right.
And we didn't have any help.
No.
So us being here gives us the advantage of where we can run up the street and get coverage.
But the best thing was when we moved here is these people we had talked to for years who were online friends have become real life friends.
That is the best part. There's a lot of people that I met through the Main Street Mouse, people that work with us, people that follow us, if not for moving here and doing these meetups and such, I don't know if we would have ever met face to face.
I mean, I've known Cory now, was it 9 years?
8 years.
8 years we've known Cory. I didn't meet him until we moved here, but to me, Cory's like my brother. I mean, me and him we're so the same kind of person that me and him are working on something to bring you guys in the new year.
So yeah, he's like a brother because he's nice to him, but he picks on me like you would a sister. So I guess that we can call Cory that. No, seriously, Cory and his family are like our family to us.
And then moving here, we met Mike and Janelle, who've become really good friends with us down here. Lindsay and Kevin, Erica,
Suzanne is my crazy sister from another.
I mean, I'm sure I'm missing names now, and I apologize. Don't take any offense.
No, but we have people that are important to us.
Michelle Perkins. I mean,
Perkins,
Cindy and Janet. I mean,
Janet, there's just Cindy, Miss Patty. There's there's so many people.
Cheryl. I mean, there's so many people who become family to us.
Yes.
And it's like I can't ever see us leaving this because I would feel like we're leaving them all. And disappointing.
So basically what we're trying to say is you're stuck with us.
We're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere.
Even if there's only one person watching this, it's one person.
As long as there's one person, we're staying.
And if they bring a friend, that doubles it.
That's right. And if they bring a friend. Right?
So that's what I am going to issue. Michelle doesn't know I'm going to do this. I'm going to issue a challenge to everybody watching this video. That in the next year, we need your guys' help to get the name out there even more. We need help. And we don't make money by more people watching it. No. Honestly, we don't cash in on that.
This is free, y'all.
If you saw how much money the Mainstream Mouse is, you'd be like, how do they go to Trails End ever?
Sorry.
No. But my challenge for everybody watching this year next year is to introduce TMSM to somebody else. It may not even be somebody you know today. It may be a friend of yours from work. It could be a family member. But just introduce them and say, hey, why don't you give this a shot and watch it once? Or why don't you read this blog? Or here's Michelle's book. Read her story. Just if you could help us spread the word. Because if every person that follows us spread the word to one other person, we would grow 100%. And it's just, I feel that we can continue to do that.
We can do this, but we need your help.
We do need your help. Facebook will not allow us to grow any bigger. Instagram will not allow us to grow. YouTube takes a lot of work and money to grow. And we want to grow. We want to be able to spread the magic to more people. And we can't do that by ourselves.
We've only scratched the surface on this Disney community.
There's
millions. So we can branch out, but we need your help.
We do. So anything you guys can think of that either maybe Michelle and I can do from behind the scenes to push it out to more people, or if there's anything you can do, just mention to a friend, or if you see a Disney group and you want to join it online, and hey, have you guys heard about the Main Street Mouse? Or just anything. We appreciate that more than you possibly know. Because to us, it's not about the money, it's about seeing the numbers go up and that we know people are actually care about what we're doing.
And that we're actually making people happy on a weekly basis, because for me, that's everything. It's everything. And I mean, I know that everybody does these media jobs for different reasons, but my honest to God reason is because I love Disney and because I love sharing it with you.
And I do it because I love her. So it all works out.
That's it.
No, but seriously. But when we started the show, we said we'll be lucky if 50 people watch us ever. And we've grown a consistency every week to where live
now, this past couple weeks is the holidays.
It's holidays.
That's okay.
But we're still not mad about the numbers. And
we're not mad.
We did see it get in the hundreds a couple times.
But it's not you guys, it's Facebook.
It's not you guys at all, because Facebook doesn't see it. So we're working on text notifications still. I'm trying to figure it out to where it doesn't.
We got to figure something out, because Facebook is killing businesses, and it's not just our business; it's everybody's business.
And we've got, unfortunately, our new travel sponsor, MVP Magical Vacation Planners. They really want to help push us in the new year. Yep. They want to help us grow. And they've got a great group of people who's going to help us with that too. So we have lots of great stuff coming in 2019 with you guys.
Yes, and I think, Stephanie just made a point that she made new friends at the meetup. Stephanie, that's what it's all about. You know, when we do these meetups, it's our way to thank you guys for supporting us. But it's also, like we were saying about meeting your Disney friends in person.
Disney like-minded people.
It's for Disney fans to find your people, to make new friends. I will tell you that, when I was watching people do the scavenger hunt, and when I was watching, at Planet Hollywood, to see people making new friends and talking and That's awesome, because that's the whole thing. I want you to make Disney friends. I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel welcome, that we're your people and we got you and we don't judge. I mean, we're all Disney crazy.
No, we all have that family member that looks at us and goes, Disney, isn't that for kids? And they don't get it. And that's fine. They don't get it. But there's millions and millions of people who do get it. Disney would not be in business if people didn't get it. They would not have their parks at 100,000 in the Magic Kingdom if people didn't get it. So there is people out there who get you, and we try to bring you together to meet these people. And we actually, a couple stopped Michelle on Saturday at the Magic Kingdom who had moved here. They read her book and they moved from, was it Illinois or Indiana?
I don't remember. To
Florida. After reading her book, it gave them the push, like, we can do this too. So they did it and they moved here. And Michelle invited them to the meetup, and they said they don't have a lot of friends down here. And we said, come to the meetup.
Come to the meetup, you'll have friends.
You'll leave here with
some friends.
Friends who are like-minded, who love Disney and who don't judge you. Don't get mad at you if you cry during Wish or Happily Ever After or anything. They get it. And so that's what we've tried to do with TMSM, is just bring people together with a common interest who have a common love for something and can become friends, lifelong friends, and move forward.
You know, Stacy Thompson, are you still on here? I thought I saw you.
I didn't see her tonight. Was she?
I thought I saw Stacy. It was really cool for me to see Stacy and Teresa and Alicia and Cheryl Thomas McCall, who I absolutely love. And Claire from Canada.
These 5 ladies who came together, or they didn't come together, but they came. They
actually hung out in Disney. They made this really awesome group of friends that they met through the Main Street Mouse. And
would they have ever met any other way?
Oh, see, she's there. Okay, so Stacy, it did my heart really good to see you guys working together and taking pictures together, and that's what it's all about.
The kicker is Stacy's from Michigan also. And we never met Stacy until we moved here.
I know, right? Like, she lived like a half hour from us in Michigan, but we met her when we moved here. So, I mean, see, it's a good thing. We met more people because we moved here. But, I think, like Janelle said, it's nice to match faces with names.
It
is. And then you can, it's our opportunity to interact with the people who follow us, to say thank you, to bring people together, to make more friends. And we're going to keep working on that in the new year. I just want you guys to know that this might be our last show of 2018, but next year we're already working on great things
next
for you guys.
Next year's going to blow 2018 out of the water. That's my goal. I want to do better than 2018.
We're gonna do more.
That's right.
And I just hope that you guys are stay on that ride with us, because I can promise you that we're always working hard. We're always trying to do more things for you guys, and that I can't thank you enough.
No.
I can't thank you
There's
enough.
not enough words to thank you guys all. I don't know what else to say, honestly, that you guys give Michelle and I our job. I mean, but it's not even a job. You guys give us a career that we love. And it's not a job when you like it.
Yeah, it's not a job. If you do something that you love, it's not a job. It's a lot of work. People always say, do you guys ever take a break? Do you ever sleep? Do you ever? Not really.
No, we haven't had a day off. I haven't had a day off since 2013 when we were in the Berkeley.
But we're trying. So, before we let you guys go, I had some questions regarding the books. We do have a couple. This is the newest book that just came out a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago.
Week and a half.
This is the children's book, How Many Sleeps Till Disney.
We have roughly 10 of them left.
We only have 10 left in stock, but it is on Amazon. So if you want this book to give for Christmas, if you go to Amazon, you will definitely get it. If you order it from us this week, I can sign it and send it out, because we will be going to the post office till Thursday.
Yes, Thursday will be my last time to the post office. So if you want anything like the book out this week, you gotta get to it. Now Thursday, I don't know if you'll get it in time for Christmas though. That would be pushing it.
When is Christmas?
Next Monday? Next Tuesday.
Monday, Tuesday.
So it would be Thursday, Friday. It might get to you by Saturday or Monday.
It might.
But
if you're concerned and you want to be
Amazon's probably your guarantee.
Amazon. This is on Amazon. I think it's 12. And then this is $14.95.
And we don't have any of those in stock, so you have to buy
Amazon.
Michelle's book from here on out on Amazon until we get back. After the new year, we'll have more in stock here. So if you want her book signed, you can purchase it, but we can't get it to you till after January.
Yes. So I love you guys for ordering these for the signed copies, and I'm so sorry that we're kind of running out of time for Christmas. But you can order on Amazon both. You can always keep them. If you come to a meetup, I will for sure sign them for you. Or if you want to wait till after Christmas, we will get our stock.
We will have more in stock, yes.
And then we will. I will sign them for you with no problem whatsoever.
No. And just so you also know, she's talking about shipping and things. Lost Princess Apparel is running a sale that started today. It's 20% off everything that's in the store. So all our inventory, no back orders. Everything has to be on hand, and that way we can get it out to you this week. Like Michelle said, our last day will be Thursday at the post office. So if you go to Lost Princess Apparel, use the coupon code HOLIDAYS 20.
Yep.
So holidays with the S on there, plural 20. That'll give you 20% off your order.
While supplies last. And we have some great prints.
Yes.
We have leggings and dresses and shirts and the castle print. We have Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep.
We have
lots of great stuff. We want to give you guys a last minute chance to get this stuff by Christmas. So if you get the order in tomorrow, I'll probably get it out Wednesday. If it comes in Wednesday, I'll get it out Thursday. But my goal is to get all these orders out as fast as I can. But Thursday is our last day we can get out anything in the mail. So you guys have to have the orders in, I would say Thursday by like 10 a.m. if you want it out Thursday.
Yes, lostprincessapparel.com. Everything is on sale.
Except Michelle's book. Michelle's book is still...
Shoot. Yeah, these aren't. Sorry.
No,
because I can't get them out to you for Christmas. But all the clothing is... on
Well, you can buy that book. We got, like I said, we got about 10 copies of the book.
This
I don't
one
know
we
if
don't
any
have any left. We sold out.
This one we're out of right now, so we have to order more of those when we get back. But we've got all kinds of stuff in the new year. I see TMSM phone cases for
the
Samsung
spirit jerseys. I know a lot of you want the spirit jerseys. We are
those.
working on that as well. They are the most comfortable spirit jerseys.
The issue
ever.
we're working on that is the limitation of sizes. So we're trying to make sure we have sizes to accommodate everybody.
Yes.
And where we got this jersey, she only goes up so big, so we're trying to make sure we have it all covered for everybody who wants it. We don't want anybody to not get it for whatever reason.
Because like Lost Princess Apparel, we sell everything from an extra small to a 4X. We want to make sure everybody can get the jerseys just like they can with our dresses and leggings.
Right, and we're also going to work on decals. I know some people asked for Yeti decals last week, also car decals. So
if you guys want TMSM like stickers and swag, please let us know because we will order them. We will figure it out.
Right, we just want to find a way to buy it because I know there's sites like Cafe Press where you can go and you can buy one, but you're going to pay like $10 for one. I'd rather
make it affordable.
I'd rather us buy them in bulk and then resell them to you guys at the percentage that's a lot cheaper than Cafe Press where they're going to charge you $10 or $12 plus shipping for one little sticker. It just doesn't seem fair to me. So we're working on that. Working on t-shirts, we're working on lanyards. We've got so much in the
that we're working on. Just bear with us because we're always thinking and trying to come up with new things. And I'm really excited.
And tell us when you guys were TMSM swag, it's advertising for us, and that's why we try to
do
this.
Awesome.
That's why we try to save you all money doing it because we'd rather you guys, if you're going to advertise for us, we'll get it for you the cheapest possible.
Yeah, we're going to get it the cheapest way possible because the fact that you even want to wear something that has the Main Street Mouse on it it blows my mind.
I know I've had people want these shirts ever since I had.
I know it's crazy.
So
I mean, it's great. It is awesome. But yeah, we're gonna work on all those things and make it affordable for you guys. Because like I said, it's not about raking hand over fist with money. It's about giving you guys what you want. If you want to rep your TMSM pride, we're gonna take care of that. We just ask that anytime you guys can share our content, we appreciate it. Every little bit helps. If you buy something from Lost Princess Apparel, if you buy one of my books, if you just share posts, if you just tell somebody that there's a silly Disney site that they're pretty awesome and you need to check them out.
Or their Monday night show is crazy.
Or they're just crazy, but you must watch.
You gotta watch it because you will laugh from beginning to end.
So
That's it.
Yes.
Lisa, that would be a great idea too. I will work on all this for you. I promise. If you have any ideas, Scott@themainstreetmouse.com. Ship me your ideas. I will put them in my.
Because he will be doing the one ordering and finding the merchandise. So
can't promise I'll respond to every message because I probably get about 300-400 a day. But I will respond when I can eventually, and it may just be thank you for the idea, but just know I do read every message, and I will help out any way I can. So again, it's Scott@themainstreetmouse.com. Email me any ideas you have or any things you'd like to see, and I will put them on my list of things I hope to accomplish very soon.
Yeah, and if you can't get him and you need me, you can message me at michelle@themainstreetmouse.com. But just remember, it is Michelle with one L, not two.
What was it?
I used to say, it's Michelle with one L, not two, or your email will not go through because I'm just witty like
Just
that.
let that go in your brain about 57 times in a row.
Right?
Go crazy.
So, okay, I guess that's it.
Are we done for the year?
We're done for the year, you
Wow.
guys.
So let me say this. I wish each and every one of you a happy holiday season. Merry Christmas to all of you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to every one of you. Thank you so much for the last year, guys. I can't tell you how much we appreciate it. Stay tuned for 2019. I think you're going to be happy.
Have a very Merry Christmas with your families. Be safe. Have a blessed and wonderful holiday week, whether you're coming here to do the Disney craziness.
Good luck. It's already getting crazy.
When
Good
you're
luck.
going out on New Year's Eve, be safe because we love you. And just God bless you guys. If it weren't for you, we couldn't do this. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. And Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
And happy holidays for all those who don't celebrate Christmas.
Yes, happy everything. We
whatever,
love you.
Whatever you're celebrating, we wish you the best in all of it.
And we will see you in January.
January 14th, guys. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.